Now on this video I'm going to talk really quick about the benefits and the drawbacks of eating lower or higher in the food web. Now the idea, remember, is that there is more energy available at lower levels of the food pyramid than there is at the higher levels. That if you're a top level predator, you're going to have, and you only eat the animals which are right below you, you're going to have to eat a lot more biomass in order to get the same amount of energy that you would get if you ate from the bottom level of the food chain. Also remember that because toxins accumulate and magnify within the ecosystem, higher levels of the food web will actually have a higher amount of toxins in them. Also remember that the bottom of the food web literally has more animals or more organisms living there, and there's more energy available, there's more biomass. Okay, so what does this mean? It means that if you eat from the bottom of the food web, you're going to have more energy available, less toxins, there's more food at that level, which means you can support larger number of people from the same space or biomass. So think, for example, of this big field of wheat over there. Now compare a field of exactly the same size and how many cows could possibly graze on that field. Remember the food pyramid. Less cows than the number of grass. That means that you're going to have only to be able to support a few cows. So if you clear the field of wheat and plant grass for the cows to eat instead, and then we eat the cows, we're going to eat something that's smaller than the size of the field. What I'm trying to say here, you could have fed more people off the wheat than you can feed off the cows which ate the grass which was planted on that field. So it's better to eat the wheat than it is to eat the cows if you're thinking about how many people to feed. So eating from the bottom of the food web, in other words, eating like a vegetarian, can feed more people than eating like a carnivore, because eating like a carnivore, you have less animals, less energy, and remember, also more toxins. So there's a lot of advantage at eating at the bottom of the food web. In fact, in the 1960s and 1970s, something that happened that's called the Green Revolution. Better agricultural techniques and advancements in genetics and all of that stuff enhanced the ability of us to produce grain in large amounts. The consequence of this is that way more people could be fed. And since they're feeding off the bottom of the food web, a lot more people in the world could be fed. This caused an incredible increase in the human population, and then within a matter of a decade or so, the population of the earth exploded in numbers because of it. And that's an example of the advantages of eating at the bottom of the food chain. You can actually support more people, and there's going to be less toxins, so it's going to be healthier in a way, and it's better for the ecosystem. Now, there are also some consequences of this, of course. If we are eating from the bottom of the food web, that means that everybody else that has to eat that gets deprived. So let's say, for example, we ate here in the food web. So we ate at the bottom level. Every animal above that level will be affected by the fact that we are eating their food. So there is disadvantages of eating at the bottom. We affect more animals because of it, if you think about it. So if we want to feed more humans and be less exposed to toxins, it's better to eat like at the bottom of the food web. In other words, eat directly from the producers like a vegetarian. But if we want to hurt the environment less, it may be a better idea to be what we are, be top level predators. Unfortunately, as the human population grows, we only have one choice. We have to eat at the bottom. That can feed more people and in a healthier way. But it does have consequences from the natural habitats and the animals that depend on them.